Very well.
Goldender Blackrock.
Travelers to our fair city. That would be rare enough, but you are surfacers by the look of you.
Come, I would have word with you if you are willing to hear.
Okay, I'm willing to listen.
It is a matter that I would prefer to trust to an outsider. Too much sperm-nippling blood has been spilled over this as it is. I will give you details of the task first, and you may decide if you wish to accept. I tap rock that you will. As you can see, our granite home village is quite empty. I have sent the majority to deeper climes far from here. It was no longer safe, and it is our own fault. We tunneled too deep recently and unearthed a monstrosity, a strange cavern that yielded death, a monster we have not seen outside of dreaming. The task I ask of you is simple to explain, but difficult indeed. I ask that the beast be killed and the tunnel be closed.
One just collapsed the tunnel upon the creature.
The tunnel will readily collapse, of that we are sure. What is unsure is whether that would kill the beast now that it is awakened.
I get the feeling that this creature is not natural.
As I said, it is a beast out of dreams or nightmares if you prefer. It is not of the rock. I do not know what to call it.
Okay, the goal is clear enough. Okay, now I must mention what I will need from you.
I am listening, but keep in mind that we are not the richest of granite homes. We are under constant pressure from with the drow being so close.
I require no payment for helping others, but I seek two surfacers that came this way.
Surfacers other than you? Ah, I know of them, but you will have a hard time fighting them. They passed within the city of the drow, Usnatha. Now before you ask, I may know a way into the drow city. Well, I know a being that might help you. She could see you safely inside, but after that, you would surely be dead. If such is the risk you would take, I will gladly point you in her direction. The great staircase goes to her lair. It is the blackest of all the tunnels, but there is glorious light on the other side. She is called Adelon by choice, though my lady will suffice just as well. Show respect, and you will have it in return.
If she is so powerful, why don't you get her to help you? Why use me?
She is receptive to help, of course, but she more respects those that help themselves. She is a creature that keeps very particular company, perhaps more so than others of her kind. I'm sure she will see to your concerns if you approach politely, but I fear I must restrict your access until the need of my village are met. The passage to her lair is guarded against intruders by a force of her design. It is the blackest of dark, preventing even the drow entry. When the beast in the cavern is dispatched, I will give you a light gem to banish the darkness of the tunnel. I carry it with me always, but I will gladly give it to you for this service.
Fair enough.
I'm glad of your decision. The passage is to the northeast, guarded by one of my best breach gnomes. He will let you pass now. Take this stone-shaped scroll. It is linked magically to the stone of the cavern. When the beast is dead, use this to bring the cavern down upon it. I shall make it a forbidden area forever after.
Should be a simple matter to kill the demon. It's not a... we might have some problem with paralyzed sage.
Yes.
I'm not sure what type of a thing it'll try. What I mean is, do I have a way to protect against it or not? I don't think it's this. Sonic Blast would be what it protects against. I don't really know what it... I think we might be best served by simply overwhelming it. Just making sure Wilson has the necessary weaponry.
That's it?
Very good.
What would you... I look forward to it.
Just figuring out how much we should buff here. I think we should keep it simple for the moment.
Ready for anything.
I am ready. If that is what you want.
Happy to help. To try to help. Fine.
What can I
I
do?
will listen. I will enjoy this.
Let's get on with it.
What would you have me do?
I'm ready.
I'm not sure what I can do to it. I can lower its resistance. I haven't changed spells. But I don't think that's really necessary. I mean, we're trying to just beat the shit out of it. Yep. $26,000. One guy got
Mind your
paralyzed.
tone. You have a problem. I will take care of this. You are going somewhere. It will be done.
And now we wait.
Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
What'll it
Could we get on with things?
What would you have me do? Easily.
You are welcome back. We had worried for your safety as though one of our own were in danger.
I heard the rumblings of your battle, Belas, and I'm glad to see you alive. I thank you immeasurably. With the tunnel collapsed, the creature will not be disturbed again. I know it is dead, but who knows what could happen with such things.
Yeah, it will trouble you no more.
Yes, and with all haste. I will not delay your own goals a second longer. Please accept this magical item as partial payment, and also the light gem. With this, you will be able to pass the Great Stairs and enter the lair of Adelon. I wish you well.
What exactly are you? Skull Crusher. It's a +3 mace. Right. Extra damage versus humanoids. Doubt we want to use it. Let's go. Still 25,000 quest experience. Always welcome. We should rescue this shopkeeper's kid. That should be a trivial task.
A waste of my talents, but so be it.
Some kind of imprisonment device. Six souls trapped in there. Gaunt of Rietavin.
And I will not yield. You can never. What? Who are you people? I was facing a group of drow with my party, and I demand to know your intent. Where is the group I traveled with? Speak.
Well, I cannot speak for your party. I have only found you imprisoned here.
I was imprisoned. Damnation. That blasted drow and his spells must have gotten me. I thought they looked to be too easy an opponent. A tricky lot, those drow. Very smart to split my party with magic. I hope my fellows fared better than I did. So, am I to face you in battle or not? I must not have been in the spell for long because my mind is sound and I know that nobody does good deeds for free. Speak your intent.
I did not release you to do battle. You're free to go as you wish.
Well, that's an answer that gives me pause. I did not expect to meet friendly souls in these tunnels. Take care down here. Your charity will find very little appreciation from the inhabitants of this place, as you well know.
I worry about my safety, though I am sure I will be able to handle what comes.
Knowledge is the key to safety. I learned that quick, I did. To the east, you'll find a group of Toa guarding a bridge. A nasty lot they are. Also, to the north of the gates of the drow city, I was ambushed by a drow war party near there. I barely escaped with my life. I'd urge caution if you travel in that area. Let's try to find my way out and discover what happened to my own group. I wish you well.
Not sure we want to empty this. I think there's mostly a lot of fights here. A couple of genuine friendly prisoners.
Yes.
Betlin Dagglepod.
I meant no harm, I swear. Please cease your casting and you're not the one. You are from the light. I've not seen your tone before. Please, speak to me of your good intent. I'm humble and only wish to go home.
Yeah, if you are Betlin Dagglepod, then I'm here to save you.
Father sent you? And I have been trapped here for some days at least. I have heard of such dark magic, but never thought I would see. I must hurry to him and tell him I'm all right. I will say you rescued me as well. He will be grateful of that, I'm sure.
Yes.
Mind your tone. Very well.
I think there's the rest are probably fights of various types. Well, whatever.
problem?
I don't know. Let's see.
I look forward to it.
Let me help you. Very well.
It depends on what they are throwing my way. Probably should start with the. There's not everyone is a mage there, but I think there's at least 2 high level casters.
Hmm.
So I'm just taking some precautions.
Sure.
You are lucky, certainly.
It's a lich.
You are going somewhere you do not want to be.
Release. The living shall pay for the undeath of this prison. I walk again.
Wild creature.
Back to your prison. The living battle to Ultra. It has been long since I heard their screams. I will not waste time with these simian creatures. Come to your deaths quickly, me children. I have treacherous drow to deal with.
I need something to punch with.
You need to be interrupted. He probably has spell triggers, though, so I doubt that'll be useful. Fire damage on the other hand could be Sun Soul Beam. Greater Sun. Let's go to Flaming Fists. Wilson can berserk himself.
Ready for anything.
I can't breach a lich. That just is not possible. I'd be able to make it vulnerable to other things. Wilson can't protection from magical traps. No. Protection from magical weapons protected by spell trap.
Fear not. I'm watching your back.
He's immune to physical attacks for 4 rounds. There's no way around that. He got a spell failure from me.
Yes.
What do you want?
All right.
You are a slippery one. Nothing? Then I'll try something different.
Trying to do elemental damage to
Happy
it.
to help. To try to help, anyway.
I don't really have good ways to do it though. Low level spells won't do shit against it.
What would you have me do?
Dragon's Breath could do it probably. No, I don't know. I'm thinking of something totally different.
Curse it!
Then I'll try something different.
Curse it!
All right.
Then I'll try
I'm
something
ready.
different.
This won't work. Maybe it'll work because it's a wand attack instead of a spell attack. Sort of too late now anyway.
Yes, I suppose.
That's the best you can manage.
What'll it be?
Curse it!
Then I'll try something different.
Curse it!
Then I'll try to do what is required.
Yeah, he's dead. The monk's fire ability goes right through. It's actually our best elemental damage source.
Curse it! I will listen. I am Dorniel Khan.
Because it's
I do
it's an
as I
ability, not a spell, so
You
his natural
do not
immunities
give
don't
me
mean shit.
Hmm.
Mind your tone.
Again, the one guy who might be able to get rid of this is under its effect.
Ready for anything.
We have 6th level or above single target damage spells. Not really. We could put some kind of a... Yeah, these are all terrible. Spell defenses I can bring down, so spell damage or magical damage should go through. It would have to be area of effect something. Yeah, doesn't look particularly good. Milas could do it. Because he has a high level mage disruption spell. 6th or 7th level attack. He might be immune to the actual damage though, that's what I'm worried about. Anytime now. I think we got a simple stun effect on us, that's why it lasts so long. If it gets you, you're basically dead at that point.
Let us do what needs to be done.
That's probably the
Done with
worst
this
of it
place.
that we'll face.
You have a problem. Very well.
Happy to help. I'll do it.
It's Yankee, Richie.
The battle has been so long coming. Upon a dog, I will not be enslaved again.
Wait, we don't have to do this.
The living death must be erased. I fight for a place at the side of gift.
Oh, this should be pretty straightforward.
You are going somewhere you do not want.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
What is this? I think it's a curse spear. It does damage to you as well. It's I think it's still powerful, so it's not like you would never
Here I
use
look
it.
forward.
Okay, 2 left, and I think one of them at least is a powerful mage.
I can do that.
I could have done that.
What I will assure you.
I am ready. As you wish.
Away with you.
Raybilin Strati. He doesn't seem to be able to speak. Yeah.
I will listen. For
What can I
now.
Interrupt.
What would you have me do?
Yes?
What did it cast? Spell trap. Sure I can remove it. I think we have to go full in with physical attacks. Does it include spell trap? No. There's no way I can remove it. We'll have to go with full damage, critical damage.
Mind your tone. I'll send you to the abyss. You have a problem?
What'll it be?
Not exactly as good as the Lich. Still got one of us. Again, the one guy who could get rid of the effect is under the effect. Better to keep him happy here than let him wander around. Any damage done, we can heal.
What would you have? It will be done.
I will listen, for now.
Easily.
I don't think we have mages left anymore. Fire, probably.
Let me help. Excellent.
Simple and surge free.
Mind your tone.
Away with you.
Madman Ajanalo, yeah. There's only one end result
Ready
to
for
that
anything.
conversation.
You have a problem?
Bleeder. Right,
A waste of my
I think
talents.
I'll go to the...
But so be it.
Actually, no. I think I'll go to the shopkeepers here. Buy a freedom scroll, use it. Do the quest with the portals. I think because that involves going to the deep gnome village anyway. Might as well acquire it now.
You are going very well.
Happy to help. To try to help anyway.
I look forward to it.
They shouldn't demand too much of our group. Maybe about 3 fights.
Thank you for releasing me. I was sure my destiny was to end imprisoned here forever. I've never been more glad to be wrong.
I am indebted to you. Perhaps we might be of use to each other. I had great plans before I was so rudely interrupted.
You must be looking for valuable treasure if you're willing to risk coming here.
Indeed I am, and my goal may have blinded me to local custom. I fear I do not even know whom it was that I angered, but their fury was great indeed. Regardless, I must continue what I have begun, and would do so with your help, if you are willing.
I'll consider it.
Hear me out, and I am sure I will entice you. The prize is wealthy, but the finding is tricky. This spot is thin, and careful spells may breach the walls between dimensions. The other side, one might find some valuable magic, if one knows where to look. If you could aid me a bit, I would be forever grateful. There will be items enough for both of us.
What is required of me?
I cannot lie, there will be combat. I thought I was prepared for such, but my failure has obviously proved me wrong. With your aid, things should go smoother, though your first duty should be less dangerous by far. A few errands.
Okay.
I apologize if I have suggested anything that would demean you, but the greatest plans have simple flaws. I can stay here and begin preparatory spells, but I cannot cast the actual dimension-breaching spells without the procedures outlined in my book of rituals. I imagine it was taken after I was imprisoned. There were a spur of nibbling observing my conflict. Perhaps they took it. I cannot blame them. I'm sure I appeared quite permanently lost.
Sure. Come on, you slowpokes. We'll have
I'm ready.
extra haste I can throw around. No.
What would you have me do? I am Dornil Khan. I do as I will. You do not give me orders.
Right, I'm pretty sure the innkeeper is the one person we're looking for here.
I will listen, for now. Very well.
Yes.
Look at bracers for rescuing the child. What about the ritual book?
Yes.
You haven't run across a lost bit of gear, have you? Belonging to a mage?
You find a lot in the tunnels, you do. There's no harm in picking up what was fallen from dead hands.
Well, the mage is no longer dead. He would like the return of his book of rituals.
No longer dead? That'd be quite the recovery. Fine, you may have this book. The finder's fee is what I require. I have even kept it separate from what other inventory I might have. Curious read it is. 300 gold?
Sure.
Then we have a trade, we do. I thank you for your patronage.
I don't want to start
Mind
arguing
your
about
tone.
petty little things here. It's fair enough.
You wouldn't hurt a gnome, would you?
Next time we meet a lich, wherever that may be, what the fuck are you doing? I had to test out the insect swarms. We have to be very careful with those though. If they have reflect spell, we'll basically be screwing over our entire party. So the spell defenses, reflective spell defenses especially, have to be down before we want to do that. The problem is the casting duration for divine spells is fairly long, so there's a good chance he might be able to renew
Yes?
some defenses before we finish casting.
You have a problem? You are going somewhere you do not want to be. I look forward.
Right. Uh, 2.4 million. Wonder where we end this game. The normal cap would be 3 million. Not sure if we'll reach that, but I'm not. I mean, there's still quite a bit of things we can do, so we're not. But once the end starts, it starts going forward quite quickly because the side activities are now done.
You have returned. My
Okay,
work has
I have found your book of
so
rituals.
much
Thank you. This will prove a profitable venture yet, I assure you. Now, to the dangerous bit. There will be 3 gates I must enter. There will be a guardian in each, and it will not be pleased to see us. I will lure each one through in turn. Be ready with your defenses.
Let's do it.
Very well. Let the walls between dimensions yield to me. Let the aether be made solid, that a mortal man may pass.
Get down, everyone!
Well done. Now the way is clear for the first gate. We are close to Baldur. Wish me luck.
Spoken dialogue, but I can barely hear it. Long-winded ways of saying I'm going in.
Well, that was unpleasant. I cannot survive on the other side very long, which was appropriate, I suppose.
Right. His entire dialogue seems to be barely audible. Bit of flavoring to his tasks, nothing of importance.
Here is the second part.
I hunger. Feed me.
Ask for
The Guardians are a bit tougher version from the standard elemental we killed in massive groups, but they're not that tougher.
Another portion of the prize is ours. Come now to the air elemental gate.
There we go.
One more trip and we shall have all there is to have. A pity I could not have known a mage that secreted these things away. They would have made a powerful friend. I shall.
I don't want to fight the guy who's doing this with us, but we'll see what we can get from him. Where the fuck did the mind player come from? We've lost control of half the group already.
Yes.
What'll it be?
Yeah, what will it be?
I'll send you to the abyss. What would you have me
I
do?
return! Ah! It's good to have the prime material under my feet. There is beauty on the other side, but it is...
And you, friend, my helpful stranger, I am true to my word. You shall receive your due, just as I have promised. Here, I trust you will be satisfied with this potent item. I've only taken a brief look at it, but I am sure it is worth the pains we took. Small portion of the whole amount, but worthy of your service.
Perhaps my portion is a bit too small. We got horrid wilting staff and a simulacrum. Not bad.
I'm so proud of you.
And Sonic Blast. The joys of fighting Illithid. Any time now. Places to be, things to do. Oh, she didn't have horrid wilting. Yes. I'm not sure why I wouldn't take it. I would not take horrid wilting with these spells to choose from.
I will listen.
What is
for
the
now.
item? No, we had some kind of a staff. Rod of Absorption. The rod will absorb 9 levels of spells and can defend against spells up to 9th level in power. Each use of the rod expends 1 charge. It has 1 charge. Is it usable by everyone? No, just the wizard. That's not all that useful.
I will enjoy this.
It's a good ability, but it's a once in a lifetime ability, so... or maybe it's a different design. It seems to me that it is basically a wand. So the one use means that you can use it once, but usually when things are one use, it's something that you can use once per day. I'm going to actually test that out right now, so I don't have to be under any false pretenses here. Need to know how exactly it's gonna work. Yeah, it is. No, well, it's gone. What will happen if I just rest? Yeah, it's gone. Still,
Very well.
one use can save your life. Okay, what do we want to do? I think we want to go within the drow city. So we need to get our illusions up. These guys don't speak with our language, so fight, fight, fight.
You were lucky then, but luck runs out.
It certainly does.
What would you have me do?
Ready for anything.
I will listen for now.
Get down, everyone!
Very good.
Okay, we're getting company here.
I'm ready.
I am ready.
Yeah, good for you.
Yes? Fine.
You can play some of them out of the fight.
Hold still. Curse you.
Mind your tone. I look forward. Death to all who stand against me!
Fall and stay falling.
Taste darkness, fool!
You are a slippery one.
What would you have me do, if that is what you want?
Ha! I'll rip you apart. You have
I fall and stay falling.
Motion to the rescue. Wilson would have died without the motion. Right. That's a lot of stunning bolts.
I will enjoy. You are going somewhere you do not want to be. Yes.
Are they stunning bolts though? Quoton bolt. Savors a spell or be stunned for 4 rounds. Well, technically I think they might be different bolts from the previous. Yeah. They do different amounts of damage. Paralyzation. Be stunned for 5 rounds versus spells or be stunned for 4 rounds. They're very different. This is a horrible crossbow.
What would you have me do? I will take care of this.
Just want to clear this area. The moment we go into the Drow city, we'll have to do a mission here anyway. I don't want to get any unwanted attention at that point. Also, there should be a Drow war party here. Yes, this is the one.
You are lucky I'm here.
I'm super lucky.
Someone's getting an unpleasant surprise. Someone's getting an unpleasant surprise.
Very unpleasant.
Someone's getting an unpleasant surprise.
What'll it be?
Someone's getting an unpleasant surprise.
Let's do
It will
this.
be done.
Be sure Miss Invisible
Sure.
here isn't gonna get attacked.
Anything that gets
It'll
in
trigger
our
the
way
ambush.
will be buried in this place's rubble. Mind your tone.
Ready, I suppose.
You have a problem?
Happy to. I'll do it.
Be careful what we do here. We are very magic resistant.
You are a slippery one.
You are going somewhere you do not want to be. To the abyss.
You are a slippery one.
A lot of crossbow bolts. Maybe we should just take the crossbow. Crossbow speed. It's a decent crossbow to begin with. So we can have something she might actually be able to use. Give me cool torn bolts.
Yes.
Ranged paralyzation sounds very attractive to me. Do we need shields? I don't think so. Fundamental problem with new shields is that I'm using the current one because of the status effect protections. So simple armor class increases don't mean shit.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Can I rest here?
A waste of my talents, but so be it.
I don't want to go into the Drow City tired, lacking spells.
Welcome to my lair. I have watched your progress with great interest.
Milady, you honor me with your words.
I'm sure I do. But flattery is not why I have allowed you to come here. Do not think me too generous. I'm not as tolerant as others of my kind.
Well, most of you just kill people on sight, so not sure how he compares unfavorably here.
I'm Adelan, the Guardian, and I have done my duty as well as I have been able for many a century. I was not the first, but I know the history. My charge is the elven ruins above, an ancient temple that marks the gateway to the Underdark. There are others elsewhere, but this was the first.
Why does it warrant a guardian?
The temple marks where the elves of dark hearts first descended, truly separating from elven kind and becoming drow. The drow keep the outpost of Usnatha here as a symbol, one that is fought over regularly, though I have governed the hostilities and seen peace for decades at a time. But there has been a crime here recently, and I can no longer honor my commitment. I will ask your assistance, and in return I will aid you.
I will listen and see what I can do.
Silence! I will tell you when you may speak. This is a very important matter, and I will not be interrupted. The drow respected the borders of this place for centuries, only venturing out for sport and small skirmishes. That was the balance. The two you seek, this Bodhi and John Irenicus, I believe they have made a deal with the drow for their own safe passage and offered a way to tip the scales against their elven enemy. You may ask why I do not extend my influence. I cannot. Irenicus bargained with my most prized possession. He violated my lair and stole from me. They have taken my eggs.
Vile creatures. Such a crime is unthinkable.
I've been informed that to move from my lair is to cause the destruction of my eggs. It is the final straw in a long list of atrocities I have been witness to. You must retrieve them for me. Do this and I will reveal a safe escape route to leave the Underdark, one that emerges close to where Irenicus plots his next move. In addition to placing you near your target, I will also make a gift of an item from my hoard. It will be powerful and worthy of your service.
I would offer help even if there were no reward.
Very noble, though I have had many a person keep up on such vows before. My term here has soured me on the company of non-dragons. I am grateful, however, and will see to your success. I do not ask you to assault the city, rather to enter it with subtlety. You will take the identity of a group of drow I dispatched recently, a party from another city destined for Usnatha. I will transform you and you will be able to pass among the drow with ease. They will not see through the fiction I create. When you arrive at the gate, tell them you are from the city of Chetnasad, and that you seek sanctuary within Usnatha.
Cast your spells and let the illusion begin.
Yes, Let it be done.
It is done. You now resemble the denizens of the Drow city, complete with a house insignia that will not draw undue attention. I suggest you act like Drow when speaking to anyone you meet.
You will also have knowledge of the language of the Drow, and your speech will be heard as though you have spoken their dark tongue all your life. The illusion will last as long as it needs to. Trying to leave the city through their main gate to the surface will dispel the magic. You will be on your own against impossible odds. I'm sorry, but I must protect my interests. The only safe escape is through my influence once my eggs are recovered. Remember, you are from the city of Chetnesad. Take a drow name as well. Use Beldrin. It is commonly used.
It would have been funny if the Wilson would have also been transformed into a drow. Right. We might be able to do the first job.
You must gather your party before venturing
Once
forth.
we
You
show
must gather your
ourselves,
party
we're
before venturing
immediately
forth.
on a timer for
Very
some
well.
time. Need to do certain tasks quickly, without too much rest in between.
Do not question the matron mothers.
Who is there? You are drow, but there are no scheduled patrols this day. Identify yourself. Intruders without cause, will be killed where they stand. Speak your purpose.
I'm Baldur from the city of Chetnesad.
My apologies, I merely follow my duty in questioning you. You are welcome to pass, Baldur of Chetnesad. There would normally be an extensive questioning of you, but we were expecting your group from Chetnesad. Your late arrival has delayed the plans of Solopane. Enter quickly and be sure that you seek Solopane's counsel. He of the Male Fighter Society will instruct you on your conduct within Usnatha. Be aware that your welcome here is conditional, and that if you fail to meet with him or fail him in any other way, you will be hunted for sport by all that care to join in. Male Fighter Society is the north end of the city, past the Female Fighter Society, and just before the Spider Pit.
You must gather your party before venturing
Friendly
forth.
directions to where we need to go.
I look forward to it.
To walk apart from house and queens, to walk into the grave.
Ooh, that's a good one. Do I have mantle? I have mantle. Most certainly have not. Don't have mantle. My intelligence is too low again. Casting time 8, duration 1 turn. Creates a billowing cloud of roaring flame. Any in the area of the spell must leave the cloud immediately or suffer 1d points fire damage per level of the caster. Each round, yeah, it's a massive amount of fire damage. I was sort of looking for something on the 8th level, but has horrid wilting and the incendiary cloud. That'll be good later on. Yes, pretty good. However, problem, we don't have enough intellect to actually see what spells we can learn or use. I'm gonna drink another intellect potion
What would you
and
have
see
me
where
do?
we
I will
actually
listen.
stand.
For now.
I'm ready.
I might as well look at our container spells too. I might have missed something. Yeah. I can't learn 9th level spells. Or maybe I can't learn them here. Yeah, without the potions, I literally cannot learn any 9th level spell. We need to buy more. More.
Mind your tongue. Kill them all and have done with it.
A familiar. Protection from cold. Detect illusion. Spell immunity. We didn't have spell immunity. Are you shitting me? Okay. We needed to... Keiko Bean. Anything else? Mantle, Ruby Ray of Reversal. Thank you very much. Spell immunity is the fundamental building block of any serious mage's defense. Surprised I didn't notice it being missing. Kill. Okay, it's 5th level. Yeah, it's actually. We don't need this many breaches. I'd rather have at least single spell immunity. It's usually not all that much used, but sometimes you're worried about something very specific that the opponent will do. So with this you can protect against that. Like someone casts imprisonment on you. There's no saving throw against it, but it's a certain type of a spell, certain spell school, so spell immunity could offer temporary protection from it. So that sort of thing. The only problem with this is that I can only throw it on the caster, so it has its limitations. Chance to hit improved slightly. Yay.
To walk apart from house and queen is to walk into the grave.
+4 spear, +4 poison damage. Fire Tooth returns to the wielder's hand when thrown, +3 dagger, that's fire damage. Ooh, you got a new dagger there. Sentinel, I think it's just armor class, right? It's good, but it's still just armor class. Stock Earth Elementals will save burst spells or be destroyed, don't care. Too weak. I think we have the rest. Racers of Defense. So we spent quite a lot of money on this. There's really no reason to use a +2 throwing dagger if you have a +3 that does extra fire damage on top of it. So,
Do not question the matron mothers.
ammunition situation is still okay. Right, spent quite a lot of money on all this.
Do not question the matron mothers.
Save versus death. Are you kidding me? Why this? Cause magic resistance 64% naturally. So now if I drink a single potion from this stack, I'm immune to hostile magics for 2 hours. So we basically have a guy that's borderline impossible to kill as a mage, or pretty much as a cleric either. Anyone who is not a fighter is gonna get his ass kicked. So yeah. Not sure if we're gonna use it all that much, but it might also protect us, well, I was about to say it might protect us from beholders, but we have ways to deal with those, so it doesn't matter. I'm not sure how it would work against psionic blasts and things like that. It hardly matters though. I think we're going to leave things here and talk to Solofane first. Get our job.
Ah, you are the newcomers that have been sent my way, I see. As if I do not have enough to accomplish in a day, without suffering for the welfare of the weak.
There is no refuge to be had in Usnatha, fools. We pay for our existence here with blood, and you shall do the same. My name is Solofane, and for now you shall do as I say to prove your worth to the matron mothers. Failure is death. And just because there are females with you, do not think to challenge me. You are foreigners, no better than slaves until the matron mothers say otherwise. I suppose I should get your shepherding underway. Have you a name, matron, or shall I simply refer to you as the male? The name is Baldur, and I demand the respect I am due. You shall get none from me, regardless of your achievements in Chetnasad. But your spirit may serve you well in Usnatha, if you know when to show it. No matter, one of the matron mothers has taken an interest in your arrival and wishes to avail herself of your skills. She has sent a handmaiden to speak with you at the entrance platform to the city. I shall be there, no doubt, to herd you on your mission like a nursing mother. I will go seek her out now. If you are intelligent, you will go to the entrance platform quickly. The handmaidens are notoriously impatient.
Yep, and that's pretty much how everything starts here. I'll go to the platform and end things there.
Victory for the Spider Queen!
Alright, simple enough. A little bit of a job here. I think we don't really have much time here now, so I can't go around really exploring or resting or doing other things. But after we do a few jobs, they at least allow us maybe like 24 hours to do these things, so you can rest at least a little bit. Problem being, I was thinking we probably have the setting where we rest until we are fully healed, but since we have a very capable healer in the group that has full heals, that's not a problem. We almost never at this point have to heal anyone. The opposition is frankly pathetic. I don't think our group is anything amazing. It's more about, I suppose I'm experienced enough of a player in this game that I know what to expect. So well, let's say I rarely do something incredibly stupid. I might overlook something or play lazily, but I rarely get into trouble that I don't know a way out of. So I think that's more of the reason. We are also, well, fairly high level, but nothing exceptional, I'd say. And I have a good party, 3 fighters.